Today we'll be making flat or rubber pancakes. Often they are called German pancakes, they just have a different texture. First of all, we'll start off with 2 tablespoons of sugar with about a half to 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 3/4 of a cup of flour, it doesn't matter, just plain white flour, 3/4 of a cup of milk, and 3 eggs. Generally the recipe calls for 2 eggs, but I like for a smoother texture, which will give me the 3 eggs. First, we'll start off by putting the dry ingredients in the bowl. Then we'll whisk the dry ingredients till they're like an even mixture, so you get your cinnamon and everything gets evenly distributed throughout the whole mix. Then we'll go on to the wet ingredients, your 3 eggs. 3/4 of cups of milk. And you'll whisk them until they're also a consistent. You can see the even consistency, so we're good there. Now we'll mix the dry ingredients in with the wet ingredients. And at this stage you have to be kind of quick because the flour will start to clump up with all the eggs and milk. So you're kind of trying to avoid the clumpiness, so you gotta mix really fast. You can use a blender or a spoon or a spatula, anything that will work, just as long as you get it evenly mixed. Now that we have the batter at the consistency of like ranch dressing or like a heavy paint, we're good to start cooking it. First of all, what we're going to do is start off with preheating the griddle to about 250 to 275 degrees. After the griddle is preheated, we can then non-stick the griddle by using just like an average Pam, or you can use generic brand. Just don't use butter as a caution because the butter will burn. Just put a nice even coat. Now we can start cooking the batter. What I'll do is just take the soup ladle, fill it full, make about a 4 or 5 inch pancake. You can make it whatever size you want, just depending on your preferences. Sometimes the pancakes will blend into each other. That's not a big deal. All you would have to do was just cut it with a spatula. Okay, now it's been exactly 1 minute since we put the batter on the skillet, and all we're going to check for is on the edge of the pancakes. You'll be able to see it starts to get darker, like it's starting to harden, and you'll start seeing the small bubbles in the darkness start to go towards the center of the pancake. You know it's ready to flip. So what I've done was I sprayed the nonstick on the top of my spatula so it was completely nonstick and it would be good. Both pancakes are ready to be flipped. They have the bubbles and the darkness towards the center. With these pancakes, it doesn't matter if you squish them down with the spatula, because a lot of the fluffy ones, they say don't do it, but this one it doesn't really matter because they're dense anyway. The edges of the pancakes will fold up. That's not a big deal. Once it starts to warm up, they will start to fold back down and it'll be fine. So what we're now waiting for is about 30 seconds, and periodically within that 30 seconds you'll check the underneath the pancake, and what you're going to look for is to make sure it's getting cooked and almost like a golden brown. Depending on temperature, it may take shorter or longer time. Now you can see the edge of the pancakes are starting to kind of settle back down, which is what you want. Now just to check on the bottom of it, you can see the pancake is like a golden brown, but some people will make it so they're almost kind of like a crispier brown. I'll wait till this one gets that way, but it doesn't really, you don't need to because it's already cooked through. The only thing what you're waiting for is like the eggs. You can see on this pancake how you get that golden brown. With these flat pancakes, it's not necessary. As long as you get that golden, that nice golden color around the edge throughout the whole center, you're good. So it's no need to worry past that. And at this point, when your pancakes on the plate, all you need is just a little bit of butter. They don't require a lot. And some syrup. Now with these rubber pancakes, they don't require a lot of syrup like a fluffy one. They'll absorb a lot. That's literally all you need on these ones because they won't absorb hardly any syrup at all. So at this point, you can just enjoy, and thank you for watching.